Hey guys, real quick, after this video, if you're looking to see more exclusive content from me, feel free to click on the link in the description box below. It's only one tier, so if you're just interested after the video, give it a check out. And now with that being said, let's get right into the video. Hey guys, what is up? So today we are diving into ZACK, Peter, and Adam. If you don't know who the two are, I also place them under the Bravo umbrella. They basically report, do commentary on the news, the tea that's happening on Bravo TV. So recently, the two have gone into some beef themselves. I mean, this beef did occur over a year ago. However, it recently was brought up again when Scheana's live show happened. Scheana from Vanderpump Rules, she had a live show at the Bourbon Room. It is important to note that I will not be using Dana Wilkie's video. If you don't know who she is, she appeared as a friend on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She appeared as Taylor Armstrong's friend. I will not be using her. It's important to state that I will only be using ZACK Peters' video to talk about ZACK Peters' inconsistencies, because I did see that there was a pattern of, this didn't happen. The only people that are saying this are them, when in reality, no, there were actually some inconsistencies here. So let's talk about it. So at Scheana's live show, the story goes, ZACK Peter was there. Adam, he was the MC. He brought Scheana onto the stage. He did Q&A. He had funny jokes. Apparently, he did a really great job. Now, according to ZACK Peter, after the show, everyone wanted to congratulate Scheana, obviously, because she did a really great job. Everyone was downstairs, and so he took it upon himself to go upstairs, to go find her, to just let her know if she wasn't aware that people were downstairs and they had flowers for her and things. So maybe she didn't know. So he went upstairs, or he went to go find her. Now, before we play the clip, I want you to pay attention to what he says, because he goes, I find Scheana. I let her know that people are downstairs wanting to congratulate her. Ariana was downstairs. And then he goes, after he talked to Scheana, he realized that she was also in a group with MJ. Now, I'm assuming MJ is from Shaws of Sunset. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm assuming that's who he's referring to. And he does see that MJ is also in a group where Adam is in as well, right? So he walks over to MJ and he's like, oh, should I congratulate Adam? Should I walk over there? Basically asking her for advice. Now, of course, I'm paraphrasing, but MJ says something along the lines of, sure, why not? Congratulate Adam. So ZACK walks over to Adam to congratulate him. And Adam doesn't really say anything, ignores him, gave him a weird look, but take a listen.
So the show wraps. We have a good time. We all go downstairs into the green room, and we're all just kind of hanging out, waiting for Scheana so we can congratulate her and be like, "Yes, babe, you killed it, living life." So then we're all kind of down there waiting for Scheana. I'm like, wait, I don't know where Scheana is. So I was like, you know what? Let me run up and grab her. Let me see if I can find her and let her know that everybody, Ariana, everyone's downstairs. We're all just kind of hanging out, and I think everyone wants to say bye, congratulate her, whatever. So I run back up into the showroom and I see her and I'm like, hey babe, everyone, there a bunch of people are in the green room. I think they just wanted to give you some flowers, whatever. She's like, okay, cool. And then I noticed MJ's there. And I was like, oh. And so I'm walking over to MJ, and that's where MJ was also hanging out in a group that Adam also happened to have been in. And so I walk over, I say hi to MJ. I'm kind of chatting with her, just like, hey, how are you? Didn't know you're going to be here tonight, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, it's so weird because Adam was literally standing 5 feet away from me, but our backs were turned to each other. And I was like, it's so weird. I was like, but I feel like he killed it. He was the MC for the night, so he welcomed Scheana on stage and then did the Q&A and stuff. And I thought he did an incredible job. And I told MJ that, and I was like, I think would it be weird if I just paid him that compliment? I think that would be a fine icebreaker. And she was like, yeah, that's totally fine. Go for it. And I was like, yeah. And so I would lean over to him. I'm like, hey, babe, I just wanted to say you did great on stage, because I remember when we were on tour, he'd always talked about having stage fright. And listen, stage fright is a real thing. I still get stage fright sometimes. So I know that when you are, an opener and you're setting the tone like that, that's a really challenging job. And I thought he did a really good job. I laughed when he made a good joke, whatever. So I leaned over and I was like, hey, babe, I just wanted to let you know, I thought you did a great job tonight. You killed it on stage. Good to see you. He didn't respond. He kind of just looked at me and kind of nodded. And I took that as okay, listen, olive branch, left that on the table, gave you some flowers. paid you a compliment that I thought was very well deserved. And yeah, it is what it is. And so I kind of was like, I just politely like walked away. And then in walking back into the showroom is when I ran into Jason.
Hey guys, so I am just a different kind of stupid because I had initially posted this video yesterday and I had to take it down because when Zach is explaining the interaction with Adam, how he went to go find Scheana to let Scheana know that there are people downstairs waiting to congratulate her, and then he talks about bumping into MJ and talks about how Adam was in that group. He discusses or shares with us how he then went up to Adam to congratulate Adam, and Adam wasn't having it. Adam ignored him, ignored his existence. And then Zach, he says that he, left an olive branch, left it on the table. He left flowers on the table, and I took that literally, guys. And y'all were like, it's a figure of speech. He didn't actually have some flowers. Like, he left the flowers on the table. He left an olive branch, whether he was willing to take it or not. That's what he meant. And I took that so fucking literal. It's not even funny. So I'm sitting here explaining, well, if Zach's, real agenda was to just go talk to Scheana, then when did he have the flowers? When did he bring the flowers? But the reason why I'm posting this video is because other than this, small little mistake here, there are some really great points that I still do make to get my point across that this just was inappropriate for Zach. And don't worry, I definitely get into Adam, what I find very disrespectful and inappropriate about Adam. But I just felt the need to come on here and say that because there are just some really great points that I don't want to get messed. Anyways, let's get back to the video. And we'll go on to my next point I was trying to make because Zach having a conversation with Jason about the situation with Adam, no. So Zach was on to say, he left and then he bumped into Jason. Jason is Adam's boyfriend. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this isn't like a small world. I get everyone is in the bourbon room, but I feel like Zach placed himself in a position to talk to Jason. Do you feel me? Because how is it if Adam already ignored your presence? You know what I mean? That sucks. Kudos for you for going over there. But if he already declined your offer, rejected you, ignored you, what makes you think that he would find it okay for you then to not just talk to him, he doesn't talk to you, but to his boyfriend? If he doesn't want to talk to you, what makes you think he would want you to talk to Jason? Make it make sense. So I don't really care. Zach can say, oh, I bumped into Jason. Oh, I did this. At the end of the day, Zack Peter placed himself in a position to talk to Jason, knowing that it would not be okay after he already got rejected by Adam. So there's two reasons Zach brings up to why him and Adam no longer talk. One is because they wanted to, have a show with this network or this program, and Adam decided to not do the show, right? That was one. And then another one was apparently last year, I guess Adam had gotten mad at Zach because Adam had asked Zach, are you telling people that I'm giving you information about Jen Shah? And then Zack Peter was like, no, I'm not. And you know what I mean? So it was kind of like that childish shit, right? But anyways, so around this time, Zach was receiving DMs or did receive a DM about a rumor regarding Adam. And Zach, he does tell us that he shut down the rumor. However, when they were arguing about this whole Jen Shah nonsense of, Zach saying to Adam, no, I didn't tell people, you gave me information about Jen Shah. While that was all happening, Zach did decide to throw it in Adam's face. Hey, well, guess what? You know about this rumor? At least people are not saying this and this, So as Zach is talking to Jason, Jason is Adam's boyfriend. Jason does bring up a text message, a mean, nasty text message that Zach did send Adam. And this text message was last year. There was apparently a rumor at the time that was going on. Someone slid into Zach's DMs and was like, hey, is this true about Adam? And we don't know what the rumor is, but apparently, according to Zach, he shut down the rumor. However, in this fight that they were having, he said, and that's why people think this and this about you. We don't know what the rumor is, but that really got under Adam's skin, and they really stopped talking for the most part. Now, this was apparently just one of the arguments the two had. Another one, which was huge, which was the show. So the two, they actually did a show last year at the Bourbon Room, but the two, they were going to do a show, right? And I guess Adam decided to drop out of the show and do his own thing. And Adam believes that Zach holds, some resentment. But according to Zach, he's doing just fine and he doesn't hold any resentment. But, anyways, this was all in the talks at the Bourbon Room. Did you see the red flag in the room? Not only did Zach place himself in a position to talk to Jason, Adam's boyfriend, because that's a huge no-no. Two, he then talks about the things, the reasons to why they're not speaking. Like, if anyone watched these two videos of talking about the incident, isn't anyone just like, hey, Zach, maybe you were in the wrong here? Because now it's not even a casual, hey, how are you doing? Hopefully everything's good for you. Oh, I really love the show. It's, let's talk about why your boyfriend and we're not speaking. Like, who would want that? And this was a show to where Adam was the MC at. So this wasn't the right time and place. A bunch of red flags in the room. I honestly just stopped counting the red flags at this point because this is the wrong time and place for this. If you want to have a conversation with Adam, then maybe not do it on the night that he is MCing and he's having a great time. You know what I mean? It just is really uncalled for. You are not on reality TV right now, okay? So another thing I really want to talk about is Zach. He calls people babe or my love. And when I tell you, I 100%, I understand that that's, Zach's like love language. That's his like, every day. It's very habitual for him to be like, okay, love, or babe, hey babe. I understand that. And he even goes on to say he calls his friends that, but I think he's in denial or something because Adam isn't his friend, Adam made that very clear when he didn't acknowledge his existence that night. So for him to sit there and call Adam babe and then take offense to when Adam's like, don't call me babe, and then he responds with my love, and then Adam's getting upset, like, the way how Zach is telling this story is getting me pissed off, guys, because if I'm already pissed at you, don't call me that. And then you proceed to then say my love because that's what I call people, that's what I call my friends. Take a listen.
So Adam then sees Jason and I talking, immediately darts over to us and is like, this is not happening. And I look at him and I turn to him and I'm like, babe, we're not having a bad conversation. Like, we're actually having a good, like, we're talking through some things and I think this is good. He's like, no, you're not talking through anything. He starts putting his finger in my face and starts raising his voice at me. And he's like, and don't babe me. He's like, don't babe me and don't give me flowers. I don't need any of that from you. And I'm like, my love, I don't know what is happening right now, but like I'm very confused as to this aggression that's coming at me. Like, I literally just saw you and like paid you a compliment. I get it. You didn't want to receive it or whatever, but like that was genuine. It wasn't in front of a bunch of people. Like, I wasn't doing it to like, I literally was like, you're here, I'm here. Hi, by the way, I just want to say you did great. Hope you have a good night. Whatever. Starts getting into my face, raising his voice, and in my head, I'm standing there, and I'm like, not the place or time. I'm like, don't take the bait, Zach. Don't do it, Zach. Don't do it, Zach. Don't do it. Like, I'm trying to in my head be like, because he's clearly trying to bait me into having something, right? And I'm very much like trying to not react because I know when I react, I react. And he's just like he's like, if you're upset that I didn't sign with our show, like, that's your problem and you need to get over it already and figure out your own life and be good with your own life. And when he started throwing those jabs, I did say babe in my love. Brittany, sorry, and Brittany in the live chat. I did say that's how when I talk to my friends, I say babe, I say my love, I say love. Like, that's how I, speak to my friends.
Now, what prompted Zach to make the second video was because of Dana Wilkie. And if you don't know who she is, she appeared as a friend of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as Taylor Armstrong's friend. So Dana Wilkie, she came out with a video basically defending Adam and Jason. And in this video, she goes on to say how Zach was throwing wine and how he was like, got kicked out by security and yada, yada, yada. So then that prompted Zach to make another video. And in this video, he's showing receipts of people who were at the party, texting him, no, this did happen, this didn't happen. And he does share with us that he did, in fact, touch Jason's arm. Jason is Adam's boyfriend. And I thought that was interesting because even if he was touching his arm and there was no like violent intent, that's still a red flag to me. Like, a lot of these things are.
Never broke a wine, never threw it, never grabbed Adam. Oh, actually, here we go. Let's pull up the text messages to prove this, okay? Because I don't just spit low budget tea. Here's the first one. This is from somebody that was there that night, okay? I'm going to read the text message to you. It said, yeah, he, referring to Adam, wanted to get press from it. I think that's why he went so hard so fast. Exactly. Adam, when he inserted himself into the situation, came very hard at me and was very aggressively getting in my face, okay? I reacted to him after he kept pushing and pushing, and he kept getting louder and louder and getting closer and closer to my face. I said, he says I grabbed him and threw wine. The response says, you didn't throw wine, but I do remember you touching Jason's arm, so maybe you grabbed his arm to be like, chill, but we already talked about that, and nothing was ever done with violent intent. Exactly. Maybe I did say, hey, babe, like, we're good. Like, this is okay. Maybe I did touch his arm. I never grabbed him. Nothing was violent. Nothing was aggressive. Nothing was physical until he was getting physically in my face. And then that's when I reacted to him. Never touched him. Never in like a violent way did I touch him. Apparently, it looks like I may have touched Jason's shoulder. Maybe I touched Adam's shoulder. I don't know.
A lot of these things are red flags to me. Like, you're not going to sit there and call someone babe and call someone, oh, my love. Like, you're not going to use these positive words when someone's pissed off at you, okay? You're not going to sit there and touch someone, regardless if it was no ill intent. You're not going to sit there and do that either. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. Like, the fact that Zach doesn't realize the severity of his actions, the only thing Zach Peter really took accountability for was sending that nasty text message to Adam last year. He knew that text was going to piss Adam off, which it did. He does share with us that he was up in Adam's face, so he did take accountability for that, and he was throwing jabs because he says Adam was throwing jabs. Now, towards the end, Zach does go on to say that Adam was saying, kick him out to the security, kick him out, he's just a fan. Now, that was the one thing that pissed me off with Adam, because to me, that says a lot about your character, unfortunately. It does say, like, the fact that Adam has fans and he's saying he's just a fan, kind of like de-ranking. You know what I mean? It's very derogatory. You know, it's very like, you're nothing because you're a fan. All I gotta say is, if you're gonna tease someone, if you're gonna say Zach is just a fan, Adam, then what does that say about your fans? That means you think less of your fans. If you're using the fact that someone is a fan as something diminishing, like a characteristic flaw, then what the does that say about your fans? Asking for a friend. But anyways, that was the tea. That's what I really got out of this. I felt like Zach Peter was in the wrong for this. However, I was not too fine of Adam calling Zach a fan. Zach goes on to say he actually was not kicked out of security. He did a show there himself, a sold out show there in June recently. He did decide to leave. His friend put him in the Uber. I don't know. It kind of sounds like he had to go, in my opinion. But either way, he is 100% okay with the Bourbon Room. He is always welcome back, so that's important. You know, he's welcome back. But yeah, those were my thoughts on this whole drama, this whole beef, because I was just like, what is going on? I mean, I just started watching these two as well. It wasn't like I've been watching them for years, but it is really sad to see that they can talk about drama, but they're not able to work out their own shit. So yeah, with that being said, leave a comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. I do have a Patreon, so feel free to join. The link is in the description box. If you want to see the full-blown me reacting to Zach Peter on this live, it's fully up on Patreon, and I like to put all of my reactions on there, like Real Housewives. I react to that, the full episode, and it's all fair use, but I put everything on the Patreon, and it's only one tier, so I don't do all those tiers. It's just one tier. So if you want to join, it's in the description box below. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about their beef. I mean, I'm not really team one or the other. I just feel like this is what this person did wrong and this is what that person did wrong. Anyways, what do you guys think about Zach, Peter, and Adam? Will they actually have a decent conversation? I mean, here these two, all they do is talk about and give commentary or tea on drama that's happening in the Bravo world. Will they be able to work out their own drama? So definitely leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about that. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye, guys.